You know what it's like when you have a good idea in your head and then you go to put it into practice and then realise there's far more to it than meets the eye and far more money that's needed. My idea was to create or start to create a diorama scene with Scalextrics. In this video, we're looking at the smaller details on the diorama parts that you might need. In this case, these are 1/32 scale oil drum barrels. I mean, how difficult could it be? Let's take a quick look. So here we are for a quick how-to video. These I just purchased off the internet, and I could have done these myself. One, if I knew how to use a 3D printer. Two, actually set my 3D printer up, which I haven't. And they're quite cheap anyway, might as well get someone else to do it. So if you watch some of my videos, you'll notice I have mentioned about Scalextrics quite a lot. And I'm in the process of getting together the bits that I need to make a small diorama of some classic Scalextrics scenery and track. Amongst all that, I've bought some barrels. Now these are the sort of things you used to see back in the day around various racetracks. So I got these off the internet because I thought, well, they're all right, they're good, and I quite like the sort of the livery. Now there is a little bit of a disappointment with this, which I'm going to try and show you how I'm going to do something slightly better. Now the pictures on the internet, as usual, and it's on eBay, show you these with the stickers on, and they look like glossy stickers. What I didn't realise was they're literally just printed on paper, and they're not even separated, so you've got to cut them out. I think it does say that if I read the sort of the information on it. And the one that sort of really sort of bugged me, I thought to myself, well, you know, that's the top of the barrel, which you can put that on. I thought that's all right, but they're not, like you can see, they're not like loose. You got to cut them out. Now, how are you going to cut out a circle that small? I definitely can't do it. I'm pretty sure there might be some people that can. But if you look, there's no way. You can see how jutty that is. In fact, I know it's not quite, you can't quite see it. I don't suppose it's majorly like a problem. But if you look in there, can you see where it's like someone's chewed it round rather than cut it? Even the band that goes round, I mean, that's not too bad. But the sort of the red band is sort of, I've cut it slightly wrong, but it'll do. So my process was, how am I going to cut that out properly? I don't know if this will work, but we can only try. Now I have also got here, I use this for the RC wheel arches. So you set this at your desired sort of radius, if you like, do it up, put that in on the plastic, and then turn that round, and there you have a circle. Now what I'm hoping, if I put that in the middle, set this to a round, I need to scoot it round like that. Now the only thing is, what I have also got to do is not do this on the kitchen table. I need something to rest it on because it's going to cut through. In fact, the backing might be enough. Don't know, what do you reckon? This can go one of two ways. So I'm just going to set this to what I think is good. And the middle's quite hard to find. Did I undo that enough? It's undone, yeah. So does that move? Sort of like that. It's not very big anyway. Right, so that's there. You can only try. Oh, that's come out. That's what I didn't want it to do. And it has worked, but because it's come out, Where's the dot? This is where you need good eyes, which I haven't got. This is only a look. This is probably how not to do it, but Right, let's try again. I'll sort of move the paper as well, and just, at least it isn't plastic. Right, so in theory, has it worked? Let's have a look. Yes, it has. Look at that. A perfectly round barrel. Now, I've got to try this out. Now we've got to try and stick it on there square now. That'll be the next challenge, but it should fit on. I think it's a bit big actually, but so I'm just pushing it on. That's better. It's not perfect in the middle, but it could be the printing, could be my eyes. Wow, well that worked. Compared to that one, you probably noticed a lot of difference really. So, I mean, to be fair, that could be trimmed a little bit, but I could get a sharp, I mean the other way to do it, no, I suppose the other way to do it, you can put it on there and then sort of do like a sharp blade around there. So good, that works. You can see here that where I took it off there, it's more of a circle, isn't it? So yeah, definitely get one of these, unless you can cut as good as this. Now the other trick would be, which I haven't got scissors. I knew I didn't have one thing. So I'm just going to get some scissors to cut this back. You don't need to see them, but here they are. So these stickers have little like not notches, but black lines. So I think what you should do, you can see the sort of the line on one side of this sticker is like thin. So the other line goes sort of in half effectively. Now you could do with a guillotine, if you like, not the guillotine like that you're probably thinking. So you've got to keep the scissors in the middle, like that. I think that one's, and that side I've got to trim. It's got like a little mark there. So you just cut down the red line in this case. They do come in different liveries. Now I'm also going to cut that end off and that end off. Don't know if I have to do that, but I've done it anyway. So you've got basically the middle part of the barrel there. I'm just teaching him perhaps how to stick stickers on. What am I doing? But it might be useful if somebody wants to buy these. So I just take it all off the backing. We're not going to mess about. And because it doesn't really matter which way around it goes, does it? It doesn't matter where that STP sticker is. And this goes in between. It should fit in between that if you've cut this reasonably well. And then you just keep it as straight as you can, like I'm not doing. And it's not quite straight there. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Look at that. Actually, it's worked out better than I thought. I was going to. I gave him a good review because it's not his fault or their fault that I can't cut in a circle. But I've realised how to do it now. Which I thought that anyway, but I couldn't be bothered to go and get this. These are really cheap. These are also on eBay. Just search them. I mean, what's this called? Well, it's got compass cutter. So pretty much search that one out. I'm quite impressed with that. So these are ready for my Diorama Scalextrics track. This is the company I got them from. Same as the barrels and these little cones. These are one. I know Scalextrics have slightly larger cones for their tracks, but these are also to scale and made by the same person. I think they're quite good to add as like little detail things for the tracks themselves, like for chicanes and things. Yeah, so keep a lookout for other videos that involve Scalextrics, and then see how these videos do. And if you want to see more sort of vintage Scalextrics, TCR, or you know, race and chase, anything that's old and back in my childhood. So if you're sort of in your 40s, 50s, 60s, let me know, and I'll do some more videos with bits and pieces. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the way this turned out. I certainly thought this turned out a lot better. Is it that one? No, that's the rubbish one. There, look. Let's do a side by side before I turn the camera off. Here we go. So it's good. That's the one I've done, by the way. I don't remember. I can't see it from here. There you go. Without further ado, that's me. My name's Racing393 on the RC channel, which now includes a few slot cars. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you on the next help me or show me how to video.